Hello and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be talking about like my own content and whatnot, what's changed, and just in general update type situation. And yeah, this can be a nice depressing video, so sit back and relax and enjoy. So basically what I wanted to talk about today was like my channel as a whole, and where I'm going, just where my head's at and whatnot, because I was planning on making a more funny video today, but I thought I'll just do this instead because I have an hour before work. Great, and I'm feeling ill, so I was just like, let's just do a more chilled out video. So what I wanted to talk about was, yeah, like I say, where I'm going with my channels and whatnot, and what the future holds. Because I've just been like thinking about it all, just like what you doing, and what are you doing in like the grand scheme of things. Like, what is my goal? What am I trying to do? And just everything in general, really, which is fun. Tesco's finest. Oh, recently, and as you guys can tell, guys and girls, my content's changed in like the bigger picture. Like, it's not like it used to be, and I wanted to kind of talk about. Wait, just double check this actually recording because that'll be embarrassing. Like my channel, it's not like it used to be, and I think what's kind of happened is that in my own head, this character, I guess, that I call Mushdy. You guys just refer to me as Mushdy, but in my own head sometimes I do feel like Mushdy is a character that I've created, but what I'm starting to realise now is that it's more of just like an extension of myself. It is like kind of like the person I want to be, that happy-go-lucky, outgoing, confident, comedic person, whatever, and I just love to entertain people, and that's what I really love to do. But then there's like the other side, which is like me, which is me, which is me. It's all quite confusing, really. But yeah, I would kind of think like Mushdy was a character I was portraying, and that's why it felt easier, because I enjoy acting and whatnot, and it felt like I was stepping into another person, if that makes sense. That sounds kind of gay. But with that comes a bar that I set myself to create the content, and I have to like constantly one up myself and bring with it the energy that this character Mushdy has, which is obviously exhausting for a start, but on top of it, it's just not it's not gonna progress. There's no progression. And then I started obviously doing, just having a chats and stuff like that to show you guys more of like me, and like the whole me, if that makes sense. So like the depressing side, pretty much. And that's why I kind of started doing Mushdy vlogs and the daily vlogging and all that. And then you got to see what I get up to day by day. But with that, I felt like I needed to bring Mushdy to it as well. And it was difficult because day in, day out, obviously, you're not only going to have to put on like more energy and whatnot into your videos, you're going to have to provide entertaining content. And I was under the impression that I could do that, like on a day-by-day basis. Just the little things that happen just each day, I thought maybe I could turn that into some kind of entertainment, and like I would find it fun anyway, to do that and share like my weirdness with you guys. And I thought that could be a fun idea and you guys might enjoy it, and you guys were enjoying it. But then I got in my own head and I started feeling like maybe Mushdy wasn't being shown enough, and it was just kind of just this repetitive, boring content of my day by day, which is, to be honest, pretty boring, because I'm not like all the other vloggers and whatnot, the ones that go out and fly a plane or film dead bodies, those kind of ones. It was difficult to try and do that, but it was like a challenge, so I did enjoy it. But it got to a point where I was just like, I can't do it, Captain. So I had to kind of like fold in the towel. No, throw in the towel. Yeah, that makes more sense. And then I wanted to try gaming, and like 'cause that's how my channel already like begun, was me doing gaming videos, and they kind of sucked because I didn't have like a PS4, I didn't have like recording equipment and all that kind of stuff. I literally had my laptop, which was before this one, and I had like PC games on an emulator and stuff like that I play, and just online games, and it just sucked. Okay, but the content was like all right, and I was so like excited about it, and it's just it was working well. But then obviously I wanted to bring out more me in so much in like skit videos, like acting and whatnot, and just like doing all host of things. And when it's your own channel, you have that freedom to do that, but obviously you're gonna get in your own way by not allowing yourself to put out all the content, and being very nitpicky with your own stuff is really difficult, because you like in a battle against yourself. And especially with YouTube, it's honestly one of the most enjoyable but most difficult challenges I've ever undertaken, because it can be the funnest job or hobby or whatever in the world, but it's the most mind numbing one, because you got to think about, when I'm recording this is the easiest bit. Like sitting here doing all the stuff or whatever I'm doing, that is so easy, like to an extent. It's the editing and the like post production stuff. That's what takes the time, and I just don't. I could say, oh, I don't have the time. I do have the time. I don't have the energy to put in the time, pretty much, which is kind of silly. And especially, you know, within the last like year, I'd say, especially meeting Beth and everything, and that's no, that I'm not blaming you, honey. I'm not blaming you at all. I'm just saying that I've been like so happy in the place I've been. I guess I've been putting more of my effort and time into that than into my YouTube. If that makes sense. With YouTube anyway, I like to think of it as building a car. Okay, so you got like this rundown like car, whether you're starting fresh, okay, and you're like, right, I want to make this a very nice car. So you work on it, you're building the car, you're buying new parts and whatnot to make the car better, tripod, lights, you get the metaphor. And you just constantly working towards this supposed like finished product, which is like pretty much like your niche. You get there, you reach your highest point, that kind of thing. You're successful. I don't know, it's really weird, but you're building up to something. And what I've realised is, as I'm building this car, I'm like, I don't even know how to make a car. How do you make a car? Like, what's that bit? Don't know. What's that? Who knows? It's a weird analogy, but yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. I'm like, I have no idea what's under a bonnet. You kick a tire, you buy a car. That's it. That's all I know. But if you kind of get my drift with that, that's kind of what I've come to. And I've always tried to one-up myself, like I've said, but it's never good enough. Each video, I'm like, oh, that bit sucked, that bit sucked. And it's like, all it takes is for like one comment or something like that, or someone sharing the video and going, good video. Good video. That's it, That's all it takes, is like just that little reassurance that like your content's actually all right. And then it really does motivate you and push you forward to try and make better content and whatnot. Over the last like 2 years of doing my channel, 2 and a bit now, it's been a real struggle, because the further along I get, the more I look back at myself and go, I want to be like that. And it's like a constant like going forwards, but like looping back and like, oh, I just want to do the things that I used to do. Because when you start off, you're like, you have nothing to compare to really, and it's like, it's all fresh, it's fun. You're like, yes, I'll do this, and it gets to a point where you're like, that was so great, can I just do that again? But you're like, I'm not as young as I wasn't in a position I don't have the same energy that I did. But then I want to be able to step forward and use my newfound maturity and whatnot, and my new situation to provide different content, hopefully better content and everything. It's just like absolutely nutty in your own brain. And there's times where I sit there and I'm like, that's a good idea, and I just never do it. Literally, I've had like hundreds of ideas flow through my bonnet. Another car pun. But none of them make it to the actual camera or to you guys, really. And it's so frustrating, and I just constantly hold myself back. So hence why with people like Andy Views, you know, when he came along, I know it might have seemed a little bit like, right mate, you know, calm down to me, because it's like, it seems like I'm overexcited at the idea of a new friend or something on YouTube. Okay, let me just circle back a bit. It's because I've said it like quite a few times now. It is really refreshing to see someone grow so fast, who's like in the similar kind of position to you, and to overtake you as well. And it really does motivate you to, you know, to join them along in that journey. And, you know, I started off with having quite a few, like meeting a few people online in the same kind of community, and we built like this little family, and then eventually everyone's just like disappeared, and now they're like my second cousins 30 times removed, and I'm like, where the hell do they get to, you know? And it feels like I was all on my Todd, really, with a couple people dotted around, and I didn't really extend myself like I used to. But now with like people like Andy Views, it's like opened up another little door. I'm like, oh, what are you doing in there? What are you doing? And you know, Andy, he's building a sweet ass Porsche. Okay, it's looking decent. Whereas mine, I've just made like a golf caddy. I don't even finished yet. It's all the tires are flat. It just sucks. I don't know. So that's why I kind of got overexcited, like the fact that Andy Views kind of, and then like kind of recognized me, as in he went, oh, hello there, I'll give you the time of day type thing. And I have been talking to him, and we have been discussing collaboration ideas, and it is so nice to obviously see him. I like even pop onto a video and drop a comment, you know, that kind of thing. Cause it's like someone notices me, and like that's not me disregarding you guys at all, because it is so nice to have such a loyal like fan base, or just like you guys are just friends to me now. And am I sweating? And regardless of what I do, there'll be at least one of you that like pops into a live stream or watches a video or whatever, and it's just so nice. And then I'm trying to push myself further with merchandise, and everyone's just like, what are you doing? Like, you're too small of a YouTuber, you just, why? But that's me trying to push myself further, obviously just in the wrong direction. I'm trying to jump a step ahead, but then I'm thinking about stuff that I used to do. I'm trying to recreate that when I'm trying to do all that, and it's just like, oh, it's complicated. Yeah, that's pretty much a weird, long-winded version of what's sort of like going on in my head. I think it should be an In My Head series. That'll be a funny one. That's sort of what I've been thinking about recently, and trying to figure out myself in so much as like this whole Mushdy person. And I have come to the realization, oh, it is actually me. Hello, I am Mushdy. So yeah, it's just like, there's a happy Mushdy, and there's a freaking depressed, messed up one, and that's me. That's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you did make it this far, cheers. I will be putting this on my main channel just because like more people might see it. So there you go. Funny. Like I did say about vlogging and whatnot, I do want to do it again. It's just I need to push myself a bit better, you know, in a different direction, just like, and sort my gear out, you know. So yeah, that's it. I forgot what else I was gonna say. Oh yeah, freaking buy the merch, boys and girls, because the merch review is coming soon. Because I've ordered myself some of my merch, you know. Boom. So merch review coming soon. That'd be funny. And yeah, so if you're in the US, it's mushdymerch.threadless.com, or if you're in the UK, it's like Spreadshirt. No, I know this. Spreadshirt/shop.com. No, .co.uk/mushdymerch. Is that too many slashes? I don't know. It's down in the description. So go get yourself some freaking merch, boys and girls. It's been your boy Mushdy, and I'll see you in the next one. Yeah. So, there. See ya.